What the fuck is this line in the middle of my phone? Because it's not straight. Because my phone's not straight. Is that why? It said, your video's crooked and everyone's gonna know. Is that straight? Is that straight enough for you? So here's the thing. I like to talk on my close friend's story and talk about a bunch of stupid random shit, whatever's on my mind. Sometimes it can be very annoying because I want people to view my stories and I don't want them, like, okay, you know how if you're going into a YouTube video, you know you're going into a YouTube video, so you're like, okay, I'm gonna sit down and have my meal and watch my YouTube video, and it's like 20, 40, an hour long, whatever. So, like, when people go to my close friend's story, I, like, have a lot I want to say, but then I try to, like, make it as concise as possible and in as few videos as possible, so it's like, I'm not happy because I have to re-record myself a million times to make it make sense in a short time frame. And it's like, they're not happy because, I mean, I'm just making this up. I don't know if they're happy or not, but like, sometimes you just want to view someone's story and it's not like a 10-minute long thing about why my cat is cute or whatever. I don't know. I don't even know what I talk about. And I also tend to I like to walk around while I'm filming myself speak. So it's just like very chaotic and it's always about very random stuff that doesn't really matter. But I started doing that and I was like thinking about it and I was like, yes, I did talk about maybe like just posting YouTube videos, and here's the thing. Can you hear that? Something's making a ringing noise. I don't know what it is. Hi, so it's me and Mazzy from the future. Turns out you guys can hear the noise, and you can hear the whole video. So sorry about that. I did figure out what it was though. It was my Wii. I don't know why it was making noise because it wasn't even on, but I figured it out, so sorry about that. Continue watching unless the noise is so annoying that you can't watch, in which I'm so sorry, but I understand. Okay, back to the video. I don't really know. I feel weird making a YouTube video because I don't want to assume that people want to hear me speak. But I just watched a Drew Monson video and I love Drew Monson and I love his videos and I feel like they like kind of embody, like I feel like if I could be myself at all times, it would be like kind of how he is. But I feel like, and I keep hitting my legs too. Do you like that noise? I feel like I really enjoy his videos, so like I don't imagine people enjoying hearing me speak, but then like I enjoy him speaking, but also he's like a comedian and actually like funny and like has things to say. But like I have things to say. Anyways, I just feel weird like how do I want to like articulate this? I feel weird putting myself out there because I don't want to come off as if I'm expecting myself to like get famous, or like I don't want to come off as if I'm expecting people to care. It almost feels like I started making music too. And it's like I have been very low-key with it. And I'm like, if it happened to blow up, that would be like cool, I guess, and kind of scary. Like more so scary than cool. Like more so actually very scary and less cool, maybe a little cool because maybe I could like afford to live better, but mostly scary. I think it would be very scary because I feel like everyone in my life is so nice to me that I am not any sort of prepared for any sort of like criticism from anyone, whether it be strangers or like people I love, because I'm like, please, 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 like I beg them, I'm like, criticize me, like what don't you like about my music? Like, what's your least favorite song? Like, da 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 da. Like, what could I improve on? And everyone's like, no, like, it's good, it's good. And I'm like, how am I ever gonna learn? How am I ever gonna learn how to take criticism and like negative feedback in any regard, in any point in my life, if all I'm ever getting is like praise and like approval? Because I feel like my only experiences with like rejection and negative feedback are not directly communicated with me. Like, I feel like every instance of like hurt or rejection or like negative feedback like are things I've found out, like, you know how you can just tell that like, you know, you don't belong or that people don't really necessarily like you or whatever. And so it's it really leaves me guessing. It really leaves me guessing. But like when you are constantly getting like, it makes it hard to believe the compliments when you're getting compliments when you don't receive any sort of honest opinions that feel substantial. Like, even like, oh, your music's good, like that's not, like, it's different when someone's like, oh my gosh, I love your voice, like it's so pretty, like that feels real to me. Even though I don't believe that to be true, I appreciate that comment because it's like you took something that's a part of the music and you chose to compliment that part instead of just saying, oh, it's good. Like, that's just what you say when someone makes music and you don't really know what to say, so you say that it's good. I mean, maybe that's not true, maybe I'm like projecting, but when someone compliments a specific aspect of something, and this goes for anything, like a genuine, well thought out compliment versus a one-off or like something to basically like, you know, when like a kid's being annoying and you're like, okay, like here's your cookie or whatever, now go play. What's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word that I'm thinking of, but basically that, what I just described, like, basically to get someone to shut up or like to satisfy whatever need they're looking for. Like, if you're looking for like validation or love and acceptance or approval, and you just want to, is it weird that like I'm looking at myself right now? Should I be looking at the camera? What does that look? Okay, right now I'm looking at myself, but should I be looking at the camera? Because, or since I'm filming on my iPhone, does it not really matter? I don't know. Like, am I supposed to be looking at myself or is that weird? It's not like I'm looking at myself and I'm like, wow, like she's so pretty. I'm literally like looking into my own eyes as if I was speaking to myself. Now I'm kind of thinking too much about it. Anyways, I don't really know like what I was saying about like, I mean, okay, I also do this thing where I'm like, I don't know what I'm saying, but like I know exactly what I'm trying to say, but I don't know if I'm articulating it well or like whatever. But was there like a point? That's when I said I don't know what I'm talking about, what I really meant was there something that led me to talking about that, or was that the main topic that I was trying to talk about? Because I feel like maybe there was something that started that conversation about like compliments, and then I kind of just forgot about the main thing and went to compliments. I was talking about something like being accepted. I don't know. I was talking about not wanting to like post Like, I don't want to come across like, I don't know, like, I don't know. I want people to like me. Is that so crazy? Is that so crazy that I want people to like me? But I don't want people to think I'm trying to like get famous. And in fact, I refuse. Okay, here's where I was going. Here's where I was going with this. When I like made music and like released music, I refuse to do promoting. I refuse to do like ads. I refuse to make TikToks. I'm not making a fucking TikTok about my music. I don't want people to find my music almost. Like, if they do and they like it, whatever, that's cool. But like, I don't make music because I want people to listen to it. Ugh, that sounds so bad. No, but like, I make music for myself, and like, I really enjoy playing shows. I don't know why I'm saying this all in the form of a question, but basically, when I made music and released music, I was very, very under the radar about it. I like didn't even I didn't even post it on my main Instagram account until the day I released it. And then I said, wait, I released music? This is crazy. And like, maybe some people might see that as like a lack of self-respect, but it's really, for me, about like genuine, like being genuine. And to me, like, the music that I made, I did it for myself, and I enjoyed it, and I had fun, and I learned a lot. And I don't think it's wrong that other people promote their music. That is not what I'm trying to say, but that's not what I am trying to do. And that's not what I'm trying to do with this either. Like, this is for me and also for everyone on my close friends story, so that they don't have to, like, I don't know. They don't have to, like, deal with me on there. Instead of me talking, being sprung upon the people in my close friends story, I want it to be a choice. I want people to have a choice of listening to me. And in that same way, I want people to have a choice of listening to my music, which is why I don't want to make TikToks of it. I don't want to promote it. I don't even want to be famous for that reason. Like, I don't want people to have to listen to me. I want people to listen to me because they genuinely want to listen to me. Because, like, to me, that is like, I mean, why would you want someone to listen to you if they don't want to listen to you? That doesn't even make sense. So anyways, the whole thing that, the thing that I was trying to talk about on my close friends story was actually my ant problem, which kind of sparked this idea of like, maybe I should do that thing where I said I was going to make a YouTube video, because who cares about my ant problem? But like, it's just like, I just feel like talking about it. I just feel like talking about my ant problem. So like, am I allowed to do that? Am I allowed to do that and like succumb others to listening to that? Or should I let them like choose to listen about the ants in my house? I don't know. So anyways, I moved here almost exactly a year ago, or like a year and 2 weeks ago. I've had an ant problem since I moved here. It's not because I'm gross. Don't worry. It's just like this apartment, I think, has a bunch of maybe different ant colonies, or like the same ant colony living like underneath it, or like, I don't know, in the walls maybe. I don't know. But I first moved in and I had this ant problem. Maybe like a month after I moved in, I noticed. And I texted my landlord. I was like, hey, having some ant problems. What's up? And he was like, hey, yeah, there's kind of a little bit of an ant problem. So he gave me this stuff, and it's like a liquid, and you put it out for them. And then they all come up and they eat it, and they eat it, and they eat it. And then they bring it back to the hive, or the colony, and they like share it. I don't know how it works, okay? I don't know if they like spit it out, or I don't know. And then like it's supposed to like get to the queen, and then she eats it and dies, and then the whole colony dies, whatever. And the thing is, the stuff like kind of works, but the ants always come back every few months. So guess what? They came back. And so it's like, I'll see an ant every once in a while here and there. I think they're always here. I don't think there's a way to get rid of them all. And I'll be like, okay. But then like, there's like a point where you start seeing like an ant too often, or you see 2 ants, or you see like a few, and then you're like, okay, the ants are coming back. Time to put out more of this stuff. And so that happened, and I put out more stuff. And here's the thing is like, sometimes they don't always go for it, and sometimes they do. And so this time I put it out like 3 different times, and I just put it out a 4th time. And they went for it once out of the 3 times so far. And like, this isn't interesting, but like, I don't know. It's like, first of all, I'm a big bug lover, and I think it's really cool to watch ants. And honestly, I think they're kind of cute, but I don't like them in my apartment. Luckily, they, for some reason, are always in my bathroom and my bedroom. So it's not a huge problem, but it is like, it just makes you feel gross when like you see dead ants on your carpet. But like, ants are so weird because like, I don't know, they're like ant carcasses because like maybe they ate the stuff and then they like died before they got back to the colony. So they're like, or maybe my cat killed them, I don't know. But they're like ant carcasses. And earlier I saw 2 ants like carrying away the ant carcass. And then like sometimes, I actually don't really know if this is like gross. You'll see like an ant carcass that like fell apart. So it's in like 3 different little pieces. Yeah, that's gross. What is even the point of me talking about these ants right now? The point of me talking about the ants was because I thought it was funny that I saw the ant carrying the carcass, and then I saw another ant carrying the carcass. But also sometimes they're really cute, and I don't know, I feel bad that the motive is to kill them, but I don't know what else to do. Whoa. So let me know if I should be looking at myself or not. Or should I be looking at the camera like this? I can't even like exactly see the camera. Should I be looking at it like this? Now I'm looking at myself again. Now I'm looking at the camera. Now I'm looking at myself. Now the camera. Now me. Now the camera. Now me. Okay. But right now I have this living room of my apartment. It actually doesn't have lights at all. So I have a lamp on for lighting, and then I turned on my TV and I looked up on YouTube lighting. And so then I turned on this YouTube video, and it's a white screen. So you can kind of see that like each side of my face is like kind of differently lit. Today I was at work, and this little girl, sometimes I'm at work and I like kind of realize that I like do confusing things to the customers, and then I feel bad. But basically, like, I was at work and this little girl came in with her grandma, which it was super cute and sweet. And I was doing a bunch of like cleaning stuff, and I was like, hi, how are you? And then they were like, good, like, do you have any sandwiches? And then I was like, yeah, like, our breakfast sandwiches are over here, and then our lunch sandwiches are down here. And so then they were looking at sandwiches, and then the grandma was like, do you have grilled cheese? And I was like, yeah, we have grilled cheese, it should be down there. But I'd forgotten that we sold out of the grilled cheese. So I feel bad because I was like, yeah, down there. And then they were both looking and I was like, down there. And then, I mean, I don't really know if it happened that way. But basically then I was like, okay, I'll come around. So I came around and looked, and then I realized we sold out of them. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, we sold out of it. And then I was like taking their order, and the little girl, she wanted a pink drink. And we were almost out of the stuff to make the pink drink. And so then I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry we ran out. And then my coworker was like in the headset or behind me was like, oh no, I think we have a little bit left. And I was like, for a grande? And then I was like, wait. I turned back to the little girl. I was like, wait, you wanted a grande, right? And she was like, yeah. And then I was like, for a grande? And then my coworker was like, I'll go look. And then I was like, wait, you wanted light ice, right? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, so then I'm like, is there enough for a grande with light ice? And my coworker's like, let me go see. And then my coworker's like, I'm gonna start making it and find out. And I was like, okay. So then I just like stood there and I was waiting for their response, but like I just feel like I was not like communicating with the customer enough, because I just like kept stopping in the middle of them ordering to like see if we had this thing for her. But whatever. Do you guys want to see one of the ants that are in my apartment? Here's one. He's fast. Anyways. He just jumped off of me. No, but I do feel bad because sometimes I feel like I am just like a little confusing to interact with. But they were super nice and cute. And then the grandma was like, sorry, she just got back from dance lessons. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so fun. But like in my head, I'm like, why did you just apologize? Like, I don't know if she thought that like they were being a hassle, but they weren't. Like, I was just being chaotic. And I feel bad, but they're really nice. They're really cute. I think it's cute that, you know, little girls spend time with their grandmas. I just, you know, regret the way that I interact with people sometimes. Sometimes I wish I was more awkward, so then at least it would be funny. Sometimes it's funny. It's only funny being awkward if the other person is also either also awkward or just like aware that the situation is weird, instead of being like weirded out. They're just like happily aware and like accepting of it. Like sometimes if you like
New Airwick Advanced plugin with anti-fading technology for fragrance.
my lighting, it's back. It doesn't even really look good. Like, I know the ant problem's bad when there are ants in the living room because they do not usually make it this far. And now she's playing with the ants. My cat. She's playing with the ants. An awkward interaction is only funny if both parties are aware that it's awkward and accept it. There's like maybe 3 different situations that can occur. The first situation is you're awkward and the other person is annoyed and not sure what's going on or why you can't just interact or whatever. And that's not funny because it sucks and makes you feel stupid. The second interaction is you are awkward, but also the other person is awkward. And so it almost makes the interaction like 10 times funnier because neither of you know what you're doing and you're just kind of like, okay, this is really stupid. Maybe there's 4 different situations because there's another situation where you're both awkward, but I don't know, if there's not enough, like, joy in the situation, or, like, acceptance, like, if there's a lot of shame in one or both people, um, the situation can be, not funny because now you're just, like, two people that aren't really understanding each other, and it's getting frustrating, and everyone's unhappy and feels stupid, and you just made them feel stupid, and they just made you feel stupid. And then there's, like, the fourth situation, which is, like, one of you's awkward, but the other person is just, like, happy to interact with you despite the awkwardness. So, you know, I could do scenarios too. Should I do scenarios? Okay, I'll try it. I'm not promising anything groundbreaking. Here's the situation. The customer ordered 2 drinks. They get up to the window. I check them out, and then I go to hand them their drinks. And so I hand them the first drink, and I say, all right, here's your hot coffee. And then I grab the other drink, and I've done this before. I'll be like, and here's the other one. Actually, I actually didn't read it. Here's your other drink. So the ways that they can react to that situation is, like, okay, if, like, they're just, like, chill and I'm the awkward one, they'll just, like, laugh at it and be like, ha ha ha, have a good one, and I'll be like, thanks, you too. And if they're, like, weirded out by me being weird, they'll be like, say nothing. They usually just say nothing. And then I'm like, have a great day, and then they just drive away. If they're awkward too, or maybe I just confused them and they're not awkward, they'll be like, wait, what? And I'll be like, oh, I just didn't read that one. And, yeah, so I don't even know. What am I even talking about? Like, I know what I'm talking about, but I don't even know if I care about what I'm talking about. One thing that I've been wanting to talk about, on my close friends story that I haven't is, okay, in general, just the topic of, like, not liking myself, but, on a smaller scale is, my double chin, which, like, is not that bad at this angle, and it's really not that bad at all. Should I, like, say something? Like, I don't know. I don't really know how to speak about, like, body image issues. I don't really have body image issues because I hate myself on a more personal level, and then the looks are kind of just, like, you know, I'm not obsessed with myself, but they are not concerning compared to my personality flaws. So, you know, whatever. This all started because last April I got mono, and so I had really swollen neck glands, and my neck just looked huge for the longest time, and it looks a little more back to what it used to look like now, but I still have swollen glands. Here I can feel it swollen, and I feel like since then I've kind of developed this, like, mini double chin, and it's not bad, and I don't think double chins are ugly, but you should never say but after that. I don't find double chins ugly on other people, but when you're used to seeing a certain thing on yourself, like when you're used to yourself looking a certain way, and then you start to notice that something's different, like, I mean, we all look at ourselves probably more than anyone else does, and so, I don't know, especially because I like to post videos, like, of me talking, like, just from my phone or whatever. It's just something I've noticed that makes me feel weird and self-conscious, and I don't like it. And, like, maybe I shouldn't care, and maybe that's a weird thing to care about, and, I don't know, but I've always had issues surrounding my face, like, I don't know. I don't really like, I mean, I've kind of realized that I've never really liked myself. I just go through phases of like forgetting and then like remembering. Like, I'll just forget for a while that I don't like myself and kind of just like be okay with myself. And then it's like, I remember again and I'm like, oh, these are the reasons why I don't like myself. And like I said before, like the physical attributes are kind of just like almost like the cherry on top of like this bigger issue of like me not liking myself as a person. And then like on top of that, I also don't like certain features of myself physically. There was a point when I was with my ex that I almost felt like a trophy wife. Like, I almost felt like a trophy wife. And okay, wait, can I switch topics for a second? Or like, I don't know. I just feel like there hasn't been much funny in this video. Like, there's my cat. Like, I love that Drew's videos are like personable and like kind of like talk about like meaningful things but also funny, and I feel like this is just me talking about things that are like kind of meaningful but also like things that aren't, and like there's no funny in the whole mix. So I'm not really sure. I think I'm just like kind of I think I'm kind of like a boring person at heart, and I think that's okay. But I do find it hard to have fun and be funny and laugh and enjoy myself and mostly just like find joy by myself. So that kind of sucks. I don't really know how to fix that. But anyways, what I was saying, what even was I saying? I don't even know. About hating myself, that I hate myself. No. Whoa. Oh yeah, so like, okay, I got mono and my shit was all swole and my throat was all fucked up. And I feel like this whole area, I'm going to see an ear, nose, and throat doctor. So maybe they can tell me if something's fucked up. But like my like below my chin didn't used to look like this. I try to be comfortable with change, but it's not always easy, and sometimes it makes me feel bad about myself. Because I don't want a double chin. And why don't I want a double chin? What's the reason for that? I've never once looked at someone and been like, wow, their double chin's ugly. Wow, they would look great if they didn't have a double chin. I've never said that or thought that about anyone. But I'm allowed to think that about myself. And I also think, like, too, like, growing up around people that are judgmental can really have a toll on your view of yourself, because you know how people are like, some people are like, oh yeah, like, you think about yourself like way more than other people. Like, other people aren't even thinking about it. But then like you hear your parents say the same thing about someone else. Or like one time in elementary school, like my best friend, it was like bring your parent to lunch week, and so my best friend's like dad came to lunch with him, and we were like eating lunch, and then this like girl came up or whatever, and the dad was like, oh my gosh, have you seen her arm hair? Like, she needs to shave. And like my arm hair was like something I was very self-conscious about at that age, like very, 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 very self-conscious and insecure about. And so it's like you try to convince yourself that people won't say these things, and then you realize they do, because you literally hear someone say it. That's my fridge, by the way. My fridge is talking about how ugly my double chin is. Anyways, I personally don't think about people that way, but I know that there are people out there that do. But that's not even the issue, because the issue is I am mean to myself. The issue is I say it to myself, because if someone says that to me, no one's gonna say that to me. No one will ever say that to me in my life. I really don't think. Like, the chances of someone saying to me, your double chin is ugly, is like 0. Is like 1. 1 what? 1. But I say it to myself every time I see it, and that's stupid. Because I would never say that about anyone else. I would never, like, say that to someone else. I would never think that about someone else. Like, mostly it's just a very mean thought. Something else I could talk about that I haven't really talked about is, I was sober. I was completely sober, like, my whole life, up until, like, maybe 6 months after my 21st birthday, around then. Maybe a little more. Maybe a little less, but I really don't think so. More. I think more. But, like, wow. I don't even know. I don't even have, like, I don't really know what to say, but what I've been wanting to talk about is, like, as someone who never smoked weed or drank alcohol up until, like, 6 or less months ago, I think that, like, there are things that could be communicated better. What? What's up? I think there are things that could be communicated better that were not. Like, what are you yelling about? Hi. Okay. Actually, maybe I'm going to, like, end this, like, this right now. And then maybe I will talk about the, like, drinking and alcohol thing in a separate video, because I feel like I want to, like, collect my thoughts on it better and maybe, like, talk about it a little bit more. And I'm kind of, like, I'm just, like, I don't know. What did I even talk about in this video? I do want to talk about it, though, because it's been really, like, interesting going from someone who has never partaken and, like, done those things to someone who, like, sometimes does. It's really interesting, and it's really, like, I don't know. I just think there's probably a lot to say about that, but, it's not really coming to me right now. I mean, like, it could, but I feel like maybe I think about it more. I definitely want to think about it more. But yeah, I think it was, like, I am really, really, really glad. I'm really, really glad that I did things the way that I did. And I really wouldn't have it any other way. Like, I really think that I waited until I was ready, like emotionally, mentally, and also just as a person, because obviously a lot of people use drinking and stuff to self-medicate. I'm at a point where I'm medicated and I'm pretty like mentally like my mental health is pretty good. So I think I'm really glad that I did not partake in those things until I was ready. And I'm really glad that, like, I feel like I don't trust myself a lot. I have a lot of issues with decision making and trusting myself, and like sometimes I don't always listen to my gut. And I think this was one of those things that really taught me about that. And it really solidified my trust in myself. And because it was really weird, because I always, not always, but I had always said, for a long time, I'd said I'm never going to drink or do anything along those lines. I'm never going to smoke weed. I never want to get high or drunk. And, then it turned into, if I ever felt like I was ready, then I would try it. And if I didn't like it, I wouldn't do it again. And I think that, and then that eventually turned to, I think I'm ready. I feel safe with the people I'm around. And I feel like I trust myself. And now I'm going to take that step slowly. Waiting, making that decision to wait, and trusting myself, I feel it brought me a lot of reassurance that I am trustworthy, that I am able to make decisions that are smart, that I am able to take care of myself, that I am able to think critically about things, that I am responsible, that I am a changing person whose needs and wants are different than who I was when I was 10 or 15 or 19. The fuck am I saying? Like, I know what I'm saying. But also, like, I don't know if it's making sense. I'm glad that I waited till I was ready. I'm glad that I had that foresight of knowing that I had to be ready, because I think that's a lot of people don't get that foresight, and that's not their fault. I don't think that alcohol and weed are actually very accurately described to people who have never done it personally, or like maybe I'm just stupid. That's something I'm going to talk about separately, because I'm ready to be done. Whoa. What's up? I know. Anyways, I'm going to talk about it more because in a different thing, because I'm ready to be done. Like, she's crazy, she's playful, I kind of have to go take a shit, and also I want to shower and I need to take the trash out, so like I have shit to do. But this has been really good for me and really nice for me. I'm gonna talk about that last topic again though, for sure, because I'm not done. I'm just done right now with this. I talked a lot. What did I talk about? A lot, but also not a lot. Anyways, I'm gonna show you Mazzy and then I'm gonna be done. Come here. Okay, bye. Hey guys, it's me and Mazzy. Oh, she's ready for bed. I'm ready for bed. I just wanted to open up the dialogue about this video. Did you watch it? If you're watching me now, you must have watched it. Did you enjoy it? What did you think? Was the editing too weird? Because I feel like I edited it just a little bit weird, like, at some spots. But also, I don't really care. Because I had to edit out some parts where I was just thinking or, like, saying a lot. So, that had to happen. But anyways, let me know your thoughts, constructive criticism, etc. Sorry about the ringing sound again. But yeah, this is me. This is Mazzy. Good night. Sweet dreams. Peace out. I'm making this goodbye really awkward. Goodbye. Goodbye. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. No, you. Oh my gosh, I'm not hanging up. Okay, fine, I'll hang up. Okay, bye.